you picked up a bus of 12 and you're thinking, oh, it would be nice to go into the city, maybe find a good restaurant, then I recommend bus stop 6. It's really fantastic, and you're more welcome to take advantage that stop. Yes, 6 and 3 are two really wonderful stops in downtown Reykjavik. You don't have to decide at this point, but once again a little bit closer to Reykjavik, I'm gonna read the list again, and then you can decide whether you want to go there. And just a heads up to, let's see, James Reader, I see you're at Fossel de Baron. There is some construction going on there, and usually we're just bringing our shuttles or minibus in there, so we're gonna have to find a stop that is safe for a big bus and that's close enough for you if you are definitely planning to go to Fossel. But I will double check with everybody, or those of you who are have a drop off directly to your hotel, so I'll double check, make sure they do definitely go in there.
götunni.
Já.
Nú var hann farinn.
Já, bara strákar út. Suggestion, like let's say if you're planning to spend a day in Reykjavik and you want to like, hey, what should I do? Well, in Reykjavik, I want to investigate and see what's interesting to do. Well, I mentioned you could go horseback riding, do something really, really authentic, but also another really authentic. I mean, of course, you could go to Skylagoon, but Skylagoon is super fancy and a bit commercial, but it's really nice. But if you want to do something authentic, you should check out the swimming pools in Reykjavik. Yep. Our swimming pools are actually on a UNESCO list for intangible cultural heritage. So we have swimming pools all over Iceland. And as a matter of fact, it is mandatory for kids to learn to swim. At the age of 6, you have to learn to swim. And the reason why it's on a UNESCO list is because in the 1930s, authorities decided that it was important to build swimming pools. So that was mostly because the fishing industry had been growing super fast, and we were talking about earlier that people would go out on rolling boats and you had to be strong to be handling the big waves, and also if there are winds blowing in your face, you had to be seriously strong as well with the wind and the waves. And people ventured out there, often families, mostly the men would go, the fathers and the sons and uncles and cousins. And bad weather came and nobody would return. Even on a nice day, something would happen to the boat and nobody knew how to swim back to shore. And so that became kind of, it was just very tragic. And so the authorities were like, we don't have any excuses. We have all this hot water, all this cold water, let's start building pools. And today, the pools are not fancy. They are very clean, they're cheap. Many of them, or most of them, are outdoor pools, and so they pump a little bit of hot water into the pool, into the lap pool, so it's not freezing cold. They have oftentimes hot pots or hot jacuzzis, different temperatures, even cold plunge, that's really popular here. Steam baths, saunas, etc., etc. It just depends a little bit which pool you're going to choose. They're not all the same. And yeah, so I would put that on your list if you are interested. And by the way, there is also ocean swimming is huge here, so there are people that go to a warm beach in Reykjavik, so on the south end of Reykjavik, and there is they pump a little bit of hot water into the ocean so people can kind of gradually be introduced to the cold. But we've been swimming in the ocean for a long time, and people are adamant on the benefits. And now there's even science to back it up that it's really healthy for us to go dip our toes and a little bit more than that into the cold water for a few seconds, a minute or two, and then go into the hot water. So that you can do this back and forth. Even athletes use this to kind of, if they have injuries, they go into hot, cold. And so that could be interesting. And there's a massive steam bath and huge hot pot. I think it fits like 50 people or something like that. What else? Music. There was actually another initiative in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s where authorities wanted music schools built all over Iceland. And music is really something that keeps us alive. And so there's a website called tix.is. Tix just short for tickets. tix.is. IS is just for Iceland. There's a really cool exhibition on her work in the Listas of Iceland, which is the Art Museum of Iceland. I was there like 10 days ago, and it was very, very interesting. And there's also that Björk uses a lot. The artist is called James Mary. I think I'm pronouncing this correctly. Mary. It's almost like Mary Happy. So check that out. The Art Museum of Reykjavik, fascinating, and there are a few museums under the umbrella of Art Museum of Iceland, and same also with the Art Museum of Iceland. And I mentioned also to go to the House of Edda to see this show called The World of Words. Stunning, absolutely stunning exhibition. Now, there's also a ton of indoor things that you can do. Maybe that's not so exciting when the weather's good, but there's an incredible Northern Lights show. If you have never seen Northern Lights, and of course it's very hard to see them right now. Usually we need darkness, and we're going to start doing Northern Lights show in August. Once you start to get dark nights and you need good clarity, clear sky. But if you want to kind of merge into that world or learn about that world, Perlan, the Pearl, is an amazing venue. It's basically this glass dome that's sitting on what used to be water tanks, and inside of the glass dome is restaurant and cafe, and the restaurant rotates a little bit, so you will get a view of whole of Reykjavik. And there's even a balcony on the outside, so you could go out on the balcony and take some pictures. And then, yes, there's a Northern Lights show, there is a volcano show there, and also ice cave show. Then there's a lava show by the harbor. I've not seen it myself, but I hear it's really nice. I saw Fly Over Iceland. I really liked it. You feel like you're flying over the highlands of Iceland. There's a whale museum, and of course whale watching tours. That's something you could do. And then just cruise Reykjavik City. Go to check the pond, stop at the cafe, and just take in the vibe and the atmosphere of this really lovely, peaceful city.